Welcome back, everyone, to the High Tempo Sports Podcast, episode 112. Today, we are back on our weekly Wednesday upload. We got a lot to discuss today.
Lot to cover, because Saturday is going to be huge, or whatever day we do that.
Yeah, probably Friday.
Whatever day. It'll be long, just as long of an episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Friday, we're going to be doing our whole NBA season prediction episode. It's probably my favorite episode to do ever. Like, I absolutely love to do that episode. I'm super excited to do that, but today we are doing a lot. We have a lot of news topics to cover. We're obviously doing weekly picks like usual. We are doing our top 5 NFL MVP race, I guess, right now, candidates. And then we are doing our top 10 breakout players in the NBA this upcoming season.
And today is 1 week away from our 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, it is we are 1 week away from 2 years. So next Wednesday will be a very special episode. Maybe.
It could just be
It could just be regular. Maybe we'll talk about it at the beginning. But
yeah, I don't really know what to do for a 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, I don't either. But hopefully maybe we'll have a new logo by then.
Yeah, do we get each other jewelry? Do we have like a celebration?
We could, yeah.
Presents?
Maybe.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't have that kind of money.
If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, go ahead and hit that download button that's right next to the play button, because you might as well if you're already listening.
You got nothing better to do.
If you're listening on YouTube watching us, thanks, and hit the like button.
Yeah, and rate us. Give us the old 5-star. Don't rate us bad.
Maybe even subscribe if you feel like it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And lastly, go check out our TikTok, because we are continuing to just make banger after banger on TikTok.
They just keep coming.
I mean, literally, it's like TikTok just knows.
Yeah, TikTok loves us.
These guys just make great content. So you guys should go ahead and check it out while you're at it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's pretty much all. Let's hop into it, because we got a lot to talk about. First things first.
Are we going to get it out of the way?
John Gruden.
That's
what I was going to get
out of the way. Yeah, we can get that out of the way,
That's what I was going to get out of the way.
Yeah.
John Gruden, Las Vegas Raiders head coach, resigns. Pretty much probably got told to resign. I mean, I guess it was kind of his own decision, but...
I mean, yeah.
This came out like a week or two, probably about a week ago, that Gruden sent a racist email, or had an email that had... I don't know if it was like racist.
I think it was racist.
And it wasn't like, I mean, it was a big, it was from 2011, but he like spoke about it. They asked him about it. He said he wasn't going to resign. Like it was, I don't want to say it wasn't a big deal.
But people didn't seem to care as much as they do now.
Right.
Things have changed.
Yeah, exactly. And then Monday Night Football during the game, everything comes out that was in this whole set of emails.
Yeah, and apparently the emails were 7 years. They spanned 7 years of time.
Really? Yeah, because one of them was in 2014 because when Michael Sam got drafted. Yeah,
it wasn't just like 2011.
It wasn't just a whole one email of just him ranting about
it. It was like a long time of him saying.
Yeah, he had said a whole lot of things. He covered everything. I mean, he hit every group.
Every group that
literally.
I don't know how to describe it.
He had every way to offend somebody.
Yeah,
he did all of those.
Yeah.
So that was a little like, okay.
He's gone.
He resigns.
Get him out of here.
And he's probably done with being in the spotlight. I mean, he's not going to go back to broadcasting. He's not going to get another coaching job. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are removing him from their Hall of Fame or whatever, the Ring of Honor. And he won them their first ever championship as their coach. So that is this is obviously a big deal. So Gruden is done.
He should just go off the grid.
Right. Sucks for the Raiders, though, because they were off to a pretty good year, and all this drama and spotlight is coming on them, and now they have to try to figure out who their next coach is going to be, whether their special teams coordinator, I think, is going to be the interim head coach, but just a crappy situation right now.
Yeah, it sucks for the Raiders organization. I'm not going to say it sucks for Gruden because I don't think anything.
I mean, it probably does suck for Gruden.
But, I just don't feel bad.
Self-inflicted,
I don't feel bad for the guy. But, I do feel bad for, Derek Carr, who's been having a pretty good year, and the Raiders have been having their first good year in a long time, and things are starting to look up. And then you're just hit with the heaviest door in the whole world just closed on your head.
Yeah, and he also is, one of the highest paid coaches in the NFL. he signed a huge deal in like 2018, 19, like a 10-year contract.
I mean, he's one of the biggest coaches in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, NFL fans know him before they know a lot of other coaches.
Yeah, exactly. So that makes this even worse, you know? So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean,
yeah, nothing more to talk about.
Next, maybe this is the thing you wanted to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons?
I'm so sick of talking about Ben Simmons.
Okay, I didn't know if it was Ben Simmons or Kyrie. We said that we were not going to talk about Ben Simmons until he is traded or if something wild happens. I think this counts as something
wild.
It's like not wild, but it's worth talking about.
Can we just make it like a 4-minute segment? Like, can we have it done by 10?
Yeah, we'll have it done by 10. It's going to be different for the people listening, obviously, but...
No, it'll be tough. Oh, yeah, a little bit.
bit.
It'll be like 9:52.
But Ben Simmons, this came out, Monday or Sunday?
I think Monday. Yeah. I think it was Monday.
Woj tweets that Ben Simmons and the 76ers have not resolved their issues, I guess, but Ben Simmons is going to report to training camp as there's been conversations that have between the two, even though it's not between Ben Simmons at all, it's just Rich Paul and Doc Rivers and Daryl Morey and them. And Ben Simmons is going to play for the Sixers in training camp at least. We obviously still don't know if he's going to play, but this is really interesting because, I mean, I assume it obviously hasn't come out why he's coming back, but we can assume it is money.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting paid his 1/4 of his salary, the $8.5 million or something that he was supposed to get at a certain deadline. Philly said, "We're not paying it to you. You're not going to be on our.
You're not on our team right now."
So pretty much the Sixers kind of come out as the winners in this. I mean, Ben Simmons.
Sixers won.
The Rich Paul and Ben Simmons said they were willing to not get paid the whole season worth, the $32 million or whatever it is, and clearly they lied.
I think Ben Simmons went, wait a second.
That's a lot of money.
$32 million is way more money than I have right now.
Up.
Like, I could just get another $32 million just going and doing what I like to do.
So he returned to Philadelphia, which apparently when he got to Philadelphia, no one knew he was there, or no one knew he was coming.
Yeah, nobody had talked to him.
Yeah,
anymore.
no one had
showed up.
No one had let anyone know. He just showed up.
Yeah.
How awkward is this going to be? I mean, him and Joel Embiid have been beefing, giving comments out. Obviously, he said he sold his house too, or he put it up for sale. So I don't know if he's just going to be rocking in a Motel 6 in Philly.
That's probably it.
But obviously, Ben Simmons there still is a very, very high possibility he gets traded. This could just be like a James Harden situation last year where Harden made it very clear he wanted out of Houston, but he still showed up, and he still played, too.
I bet you that's what Daryl Morey's saying is, hey, just show up and we'll get rid of you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because this is a lot different, though, because you
got to think about what they said to Ben Simmons.
Well, yeah, then that's why I'm saying this is a lot different. I mean, they've been trying to make this situation resolved, but Daryl Morey also isn't going to play all right, I'm going to do you right, Simmons. We'll get you his trade. No, he's trying to get whatever the best trade he can get for his team. So we'll see what ends up happening. But Simmons is back. I don't think he'll play, though, in a game. I feel like they'll sit him if he doesn't get traded by the time the regular season starts. I mean, it starts in a week, so I don't know.
I have no clue. If he gets traded, like the Pistons rumors, those can stop.
How crazy would that be if he plays, like, opening night in Philly? I don't know if their first game is home or not, but...
does he get booed?
Yeah, I think so. I think he gets like viciously booed.
Yeah, and it's Philly.
Yeah.
So like they're not gonna hold anything back.
Oh my god, dude! I don't know. This is weird. This situation got even weirder.
The NBA is having so many weird situations lately.
Did not expect this at all. Like, this is the worst for the NBA too. They're trying to have this 75th anniversary year, and then they have these horrible. I don't even know what you call them, headlines going on with Simmons and Kyrie. And it's just like, can we just focus on the celebration of the NBA?
The hoops.
Yeah.
Hoops.
Yeah, you said the Pistons trades,
that needs
though.
To stop.
I don't know how true that is, old Jeremy Grant. I mean, I don't know.
It's bad.
It's bad. We'll see what ends up happening with Simmons. But this is the last time we're talking. Actually, because I don't know. I mean, we might talk about him
next week.
Yeah, whether he plays or not. Yeah.
Well, next week if he gets traded.
Next week when he's in a Pistons jersey, I'll have to buy his jersey. So
I don't even know how I feel about that. I don't want to get into it.
That's not going to happen.
It better not.
I just I don't think it's.
He don't fit the timeline.
It isn't even. We don't even have to worry about it happening.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I'm trusting you.
Is that it on Simmons?
I hope so.
We went a little past 10 minutes. Next, Kyrie Irving, another headline that the NBA just doesn't need right now. The Brooklyn Nets. Kyrie Irving. If you don't know, he obviously is unvaccinated in the city of New York. You have to be vaccinated to play in home games, to practice, even though they made a way that Kyrie could practice.
Practicing for a bit.
But yeah, and then the Nets pretty much came out and said, we are not going to allow Kyrie Irving to have part-time availability. He is either all in or he's not going to play. And this is really weird because Steve Nash said like 3 days ago, yeah, we're fully ready to have a season where Kyrie can't play in home games. And so obviously him and Sean Marks, or I think Sean Marks is the Nets GM, they're not on the same page. Right. So this is odd because I don't think the Nets like want to trade away Kyrie Irving, but Kyrie has made it clear that he's not going to get vaccinated.
And I don't think Kyrie's going to budge on that. Not like Wiggins. Exactly. He's not going to fold.
Yeah, and not like Simmons neither. Obviously different story.
But he's not going to fold. That's not Kyrie. I don't know, though. He folded when he said he was boycotting the NBA. Remember when he did that whole thing? Where
he never went to the bubble, though.
But do you remember this when he was
Wasn't that about the bubble, though?
It was... No, that was...
Was it about the restart of the next season?
Yeah, and it was about them, like... It was during the whole time, and I'm not saying anything wrong with this, but, like... It was when everything was going on, where everybody was kneeling and everything.
Where the games got... where they... postpone the games and stuff.
He was saying, I'm going to boycott the league. We're going to make our own league. Remember this?
I do remember
and he's like, I'm never playing in the NBA again.
Yeah, which I don't know why.
But I don't see him folding on this.
Yeah, I don't really either. So we'll see. I mean, maybe the Nets are going to start exploring a Kyrie Irving trade because that is he's part of their big three. This is the best big three in the NBA, and he is a huge piece of that.
He's 1/3 of it. He's 33% of the
huge.
Big
This
three.
is a team that has not only championship aspirations, but they are the favorite to win the championship this upcoming year. Without Kyrie Irving, I'm not saying they aren't. They obviously probably still could win a championship, but it's going to be a little bit tougher.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit harder when you have a top 30 player in the league.
And I've seen the arguments where Kyrie, he's only going to play 50 games anyways, so. It's not like it's that much of a change. But it is, though. I mean, it's not like he's going to play every road game, too,
Yeah, and the issue is when they get to playoffs and the Brooklyn Nets are the 2 seed and have home court advantage all playoffs, every Game 7 they play, and Kyrie Irving does not get to see the floor.
Yeah, and then they play the Warriors in the finals, and
Game 7...
no one can play.
Oh, yeah.
Here he can't play in any game.
He can't play.
No one can play.
the whole... Nobody can... Yeah. That is an issue. And I don't feel any way about the vaccination or anything.
I do, Harden came out and said everyone should respect Kyrie Irving, and I do think we should respect his decision. It just sucks that it has to be so public like this, and it also just is causing such an issue. Kyrie Irving said a while ago that if he gets traded from the Nets, he would retire. So I don't think the Nets would be exploring a trade right now. Obviously, they've talked about the Simmons for Kyrie swap. It would send Kyrie to another contender. It's not like he'd be going to Sacramento or nothing, but I don't know. This is a really odd situation we have going on, and I don't know what's going to... maybe they change the rules, but I doubt they're going to change the rules.
No, absolutely not.
About Kyrie Irving.
No, it really sucks because something is so non-basketball related, and it is affecting basketball watchers everywhere. And that's where, it is horrible to think about. It's just, this is not a basketball issue. There's nothing basketball related about anything going on here. It's just the fact that he can't play right now, and that sucks. Because it's not like he is doing something, he's not like he's doing something illegal. He's not, he didn't get in legal trouble. He's just making his own personal decision.
So is he just going to, sit until... what? I really don't know what's going to happen.
He might as well...
The Nets literally said that... So he's not even going to play road games because they said he's just not going to play until he's a full-time participant. So pretty much get vaccinated or you're not playing ever. And I don't think... I don't think Kyrie's in any hurry to... I don't think he's any hurry to get it. So... I don't know. This situation is almost becoming weirder than the Ben Simmons one.
I think it is.
Because
the Ben Simmons one is basketball related.
And the Ben Simmons one, we kind of know what the what the end of it's going to be. Okay, he's going to get traded at some point. The Kyrie Irving one is like, is he going to get traded? Is he going to sit the whole year? Is he just going to get the shot? I don't know. I don't know what any of the results are going to be from this.
Facts. And Kenny was spitting facts on Twitter about the Ben Simmons Kyrie Irving trade looks better and better every day.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
It makes total sense
Philly
for both
said
franchises.
something about how they don't want to trade for Kyrie right now.
Well, yeah.
I don't think any team wants to trade for Kyrie right now. I mean, Kyrie is a great player, but God, no one has more off the court
issues than
just
Kyrie.
Drama than Kyrie. And I don't even know if he purposely is trying to do it, but last year he had 4 different things during the season that was just drama, headlines about Kyrie.
In Boston, everybody hated him.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole team hated him.
Ever since he left Cleveland, ever since he requested a trade from Cleveland.
Ever since he thought he was better than LeBron James, it's been an issue.
Ever since he thought he didn't need LeBron James.
He was. Well, he literally was like, I should be a number 1 option. I shouldn't be playing second fiddle. No, dude. You're third fiddle.
Don't take this for granted. You're playing with LeBron James.
Yeah, do you realize who you're playing with, dog? Yeah. And that does bug me because it's just that's weird.
Yeah. But we'll see what ends up happening with this situation. Obviously, we'll keep everyone updated, but
it's wild.
It's wild.
The NBA is crazy.
Last thing on the news, MLB playoffs continue to go on. We have 3 out of the 4 championship series teams now in the American League. The Boston Red Sox defeated the Rays in 4 games, 3-1 to move on. So they took out the number 1 seed in the AL. They were a wild card team. And then the Houston Astros take down the White Sox. I don't know if they swept them or if they won 3-1, but pretty handily the Astros defeat the Red Sox. Pretty sure the Astros are cheating again, but that's beyond me. So we're going to have Red Sox, Astros in the ALCS, and then in the National League, the Braves defeated the Brewers last night, 3-1 to move on. And they still don't have Ronald Acuna, which is pretty wild run for the Braves. And then we're going to have a Game 5 of Giants-Dodgers tomorrow night, as the Dodgers won last night to force a Game 5. So,
yeah, and guess who watched an hour of baseball the other day? Half-ass watched it. I half-ass watched it. I was watching it, but I was on my phone.
When we were watching the Giants or Dodgers or the Brewers-Braves?
The Brewers-Braves. I mean, the Dodgers-Giants is on, but I really wasn't paying attention during that one.
Yeah.
I was really hard.
Name one player from Brewers-Braves.
Good one. Next.
All right.
Nate, okay, wait. You got to give me one.
I was gonna say Christian Yelich because he was up to bat with 2 outs left, had a chance to.
And we were soft mafia.
Yeah,
he needs that home run to win.
And then they get caught looking. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Barry Hill's in the corner, baseball guy. Oh, you get caught looking.
Yeah, that's pretty much it though. Let's move on. College football. What a crazy week we had last week in college football. Michigan and Michigan State both take down Big Ten opponents, Rutgers and Nebraska, to remain undefeated, and they both move into the top 10. Michigan State moves in, so they both are in the top 10. Michigan's at number 8, MSU's at number 10. Penn State is at number 7 after, Penn State-Iowa happened last week. Yep. Crazy good game. Iowa ends up winning late in the game from a field goal, so they move up to number 2 in the country. Penn State falls to 7. Ohio State moves up to number 6 after they killed Maryland. They've been looking really good.
Ohio State looks scary, and after their loss, it's been demon time in Ohio. They've been killing everybody. Sucks. Yeah, it's scary.
Bama, they were the number 1 team, and they lose on the road. Texas A&M, big-time upset against unranked Texas A&M. Jimbo Fisher is the first former assistant of Nick Saban to defeat Nick Saban. Yep. He was 24-0 against his assistants in his career.
Takes a game-winning field goal.
Yep.
To win the game, and that was nuts. The ending of that game was wild.
It was crazy.
The fact that Bama even lost to an unranked opponent, wild.
I know, it makes it way better. Bama's number 5, Oklahoma's number 4. Rattler gets benched.
Somehow they're still in the. I don't get that.
Caleb Williams is his name, and he balled out. So maybe Rattler won't even start. Did you see the video of Rattler after the game?
Yeah, where he was the
whole team was celebrating the win, and he just
wasn't,
because it was a huge comeback win. They were down the whole entire game, and then he just walked off to the locker room with one of his security guards or something.
Not cool, dude.
Not cool.
Not cool.
Not many good opinions about Spencer Rattler going around right now.
Spencer Rattler's I don't understand. I guess he would be in the draft this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's draft eligible.
Yeah, I mean, he was
going. Yeah, he's got no stock.
Before the season started, he was like maybe the top QB off the board.
He has no stock.
Now, no.
Like, not even close.
Yeah.
He might be the 5th.
We'll see what ends up happening with him, whether he plays or not. But Cincinnati moves up to number 3. Iowa moves up to number 2 after beating Penn State, and Georgia is the new number 1 team in the country.
These 5 Big Ten teams in the top 10. This is wild.
Yeah.
It's crazy. This won't stay this way for long. No. Michigan and Michigan State both have played nobody. Not a single team that is even, like, ranked.
I mean, they've played
Nebraska.
MSU beat Miami.
Yeah, no, you're right. Is Miami?
Michigan hasn't played nobody.
Yeah, Michigan has played nobody.
No. I mean, they've looked good. I mean, they beat Wisconsin, pretty beat up on them.
Yeah, and, we've played all the Big Ten teams, but none of the ranked ones.
Yeah.
Like, we have yet to play Penn State.
Exactly.
Ohio
the tougher
State
part of the schedule is coming up. But this week, MSU has Indiana this week, and then they're on bye.
And we're on
the
bye
Michigan
this
game.
week.
Yep, Michigan's on bye, and then they take on Northwestern, I think, next week.
Yep, Northwestern.
And then Michigan State. So it's coming up. Then Penn State and Ohio State play that week as well. But Michigan and Michigan State just got to win one more game before the game. So
you know how we talked about going down to EL for that Michigan State-Michigan game?
Yeah.
Is that not the same weekend we're going to Pittsburgh?
No. That's like 2 weekends apart.
Oh,
Yeah.
My dates are all off.
It's the November 14th, I think.
Oh, it's November.
Yeah.
I thought it was October that we were going. I thought it was like soon.
I mean, it's already like late in October, kind of.
Yeah, I thought it was like next weekend, damn near. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's coming up.
It's not till November.
All right.
Is there any other college football things we got to talk about? Kenneth Walker for Heisman. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and I'm all you Michigan fans. I don't know if I don't think this is a common opinion. I really think I'm the only one who has this. I'm really hoping during this bye week we really work on getting J.J. McCarthy a good amount of reps a game, like figuring it out to where either Cade and J.J. are splitting snaps, quarters. I do not give a damn. Or you just start J.J. Me and Willie were talking about this, and I'm really sick of watching J.J. McCarthy come in and then run the read option every single time.
It's so predictable.
And it's like, dude, he's much more than a runner. Like, he is so much more.
Yeah.
So that's so annoying. But, like, I'm really hoping we can get him some meaningful reps in big moments in big games again. Because he really hasn't gotten any meaningful reps except for his read options.
Yeah, and his only meaningful reps are against trash teams. So it's like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, how meaningful are they?
Yeah, like he'll play, a quarter, but then it's like, oh, they're already up 40 when they put him in, so who cares? But I really hope he can get some meaningful big game reps in because we got big games to play coming up.
Yeah, it's this Big Ten is, like you said, it's looking awesome right now, but things are gonna start to get ugly as the season goes on. So are we ready to move on to the NFL?
Yep.
Let's do it. Week 5 pick results, I guess we'll talk about. We both went off this week.
Really?
Yep.
Like records?
Had 11 out of 16.
Don't tell me you beat me.
11 out of 16 for Easton. A very good week. And I also had 11 out of 16.
Shit.
So this is the second tie of the year, I think, after week 1. So we had 4 primetime games this past week. First one was Thursday Night Football. We both got the Rams. That one's good. We had the London game. Both picked the Falcons. So we're still good there. Sunday Night Football. We actually both took the Bills to beat the Chiefs. So it came down to Monday Night Football.
Who did I pick in Monday
Colts,
night?
Ravens.
Oh,
Colts had the lead the whole game, and I picked the Ravens. You picked the Colts.
What? Why would I do that?
I mean, it almost worked.
Why would I think that?
It came down to Monday Night Football, and I win the tiebreaker. So this is both times I have won the tiebreaker in our ties.
I wish we knew that going into the game. Like, did you know that watching the game that it was the tiebreaker?
Well, I didn't know that I knew it was the tiebreaker game, but I didn't know like we were tied.
Shit.
So I am up 3-2 now in weekly picks.
Well, that changes my player of the week.
But let's talk about last week though. Thursday night was Rams-Seahawks. Rams won pretty handedly. The London game, Atlanta, New York Jets.
I didn't watch it. I wasn't even awake.
I was at work, so I didn't watch that. Lions-Vikings. Another just heartbreaking loss for the Lions. How many are we going to have? I mean, I know we're the Lions, and I'm used to it. Trust me.
Yeah, like it doesn't still break our hearts.
And honestly, this year especially, like even when they lost against Minnesota this past Sunday, I really was like, I wasn't really, whatever.
I ain't stressing.
At least they almost won.
Yeah.
I don't care if they lose right now. Like if they get a top pick, that's fine.
Everybody realizes that they're doing the exact same thing the Pistons did last year.
Yeah.
Like no different, competing till the very end of the game and losing.
I do want Dan Campbell to get a win.
Yeah, because he's sad.
He clearly wants a win.
And he's sad.
And he's not used to this. Like, he's got to realize this is how the Lions are. Like, this happens.
Not in his mind. Not his Detroit
Well, yeah,
Lions.
he's trying to change it, but...
And he is.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Like,
I mean, he really cares. Obviously, in his post-game press conference, he teared up a little bit just saying how it shows how much he really cares about his
and really
team,
likes his team. Yeah.
Unlike Urban Meyer. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah,
the other winless team in the NFL. But the Lions... it looked like they had this game lost. They put up 11 points in the last minute and a half of the game. Went for 2 even. Just might as well. Got it, took the lead, and then with 30 seconds left, no timeouts, Minnesota pushes the ball down the field, gets a game-winning field goal.
Hold on. Didn't you leave my apartment early?
Yeah, I did.
Why?
Because I was about to fall asleep, and the Lions
no, dude. You did fall asleep.
Yeah, I know. I was tired. And
that was so funny.
The Lions also looked like they were going to lose, so I was like, all right, I'm just going to leave.
Yeah, Jake hits me. And he's like, look at him. And you're just like zonked
I know,
in the chair. And then you wake up.
And I was like, dude, I just got to go take a nap. Then I was listening to it on the radio on my way home, and I'm like, what's going on? What the hell? And I saw the touchdown and everything at my house once I got home. But New Orleans, Washington football team. I didn't watch this game. New Orleans won. I am probably done picking the Washington football team. I think I've picked them every single week. And
I don't pick them ever, and I've given.
I think I've picked them pretty much every week.
I hate them. I don't hate. I love the football team.
I like Taylor Heineke.
But they don't win. Like they just don't.
Heineke's a GOAT.
He's balling.
New England, Houston. New England literally almost lost to Houston. They came back and won, but Houston was up by 2 touchdowns in this game.
Houston sucks.
Come on, New England. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Houston sucks.
Bad.
So how do you almost lose if you're?
Facts.
How does Houston have a good game, kind of, and Brandon Cooks just doesn't do nothing?
I thought he had 15.
No, he had 5.
Oh, I read that wrong.
He had a very poor week. I'm trying to think of injuries as we go on, too. Dalvin Cook didn't play in the Minnesota game.
And Madison balled out.
Calvin Ridley didn't play in the Falcons game.
Oh, sounds a lot like my whole fantasy team.
Miami, Tampa Bay, the Bucs absolutely murdered the Dolphins. Tom Brady had the craziest week of his whole life. I think it was the first time he ever threw 400 yards, 5 touchdowns in his whole career.
Brady's nuts.
Which is wild because he's played 30 years. But
he's won
I think
3 MVPs.
Tua might be back this upcoming week. They said that he's questionable for the game. So
let's go. Can't wait for everybody to give up super early on him.
Oh, yeah. Mike Gesicki's production is done if Tua's back.
Yeah.
Hopefully Gaskin will start to do good again. Packers, Bengals, this game was wild.
Mm-hmm.
No one can make a field goal in this game. Mason Crosby misses 4 field goals in the last 2 minutes of this game, including overtime. Bengals kicker missed 2. I mean, there was several kicks that could have won the game for either of them, and they couldn't make it. Finally, Crosby hits his 5th attempt, and the Packers win, but so dumb. The Bengals should have won.
Awful game to watch.
It's so dumb.
What do you mean the Bengals should have won?
I mean, just because of Crosby sucking. I mean, they should have taken advantage of that and made it. I was like, both kickers suck.
Yeah.
It's so kind of sucks, honestly, that football is just the whole game, the play. I mean, I'm not saying the kickers don't deserve anything, but the whole game, the offense and defense are trying their best to win the game. They put the kicker in perfect spot to win the game, and then this dude's got to come in, make one play, and he can't do it. It's just
facts.
a lot.
This was
kickers
a record,
are very reliant. Obviously they matter a lot, and it's just it kind of is a little annoying sometimes. If I was a Packers fan, thank God I'm not.
Yeah, Mason Crossbar, he's horrible.
That's funny.
But I think this was actually I think there's an NFL record for most missed kicks.
Probably. It wouldn't surprise me.
It was 14.
There's probably extra points that got missed.
It was I think it was 13 extra points were missed, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I thought you meant just in this game. I'm like,
no.
Oh, yeah, this week it wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, nowadays in general, the kicks
just, you can sit there and have, a game on, and you can sit there and be like, yeah, this kick will probably miss. And you'll get it 50% of the chance.
I'll get it. We'll get to this game, but in Chargers-Browns, that game was late in the game, and the Chargers scored a touchdown. It was all right, it's going to be a tie game, and then they missed the extra point, and it was holy shit, they might lose. and the Chargers end up coming back, getting the ball back. But Denver, Pittsburgh, the Steelers win this game. Juju, though, is looking like he's going to be out for the year, which is a big hit for Pittsburgh.
Oh, by the way, real quick, I want to get on this. I got to keep talking about field goals. Them moving the extra point line farther back was genius.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Like, it makes the games so much more exciting and less predictable.
Makes them way more interesting, too, because it was like a 99% field goal make.
Every game would end 28-21.
Yeah.
Like, every single game.
Now a dude misses one at the beginning of the game. It's like, whoa. This could change the whole game.
Yeah, this could be huge.
And you can get way more pissed at kickers.
You'll see teams have 12 points, and it's like, huh? But it's like, missed the first one, didn't get the 2.
Philly, Carolina. This actually was our tiebreaker game, even though it was a pointless tiebreaker game. Carolina had the lead this whole game. They were up big, and the Eagles make the craziest comeback ever and end up winning. Jalen Hurts went off. Sam Darnold had like 2 or 3 fumbles, I think.
So that's what you qualify as the craziest comeback ever? Not Patriots-Falcons? Like that game? Patriots-Falcons in the Super Bowl?
Oh, I'm like, whatever. They just made a big comeback. Tennessee, Jacksonville. Jacksonville actually, I think, had the lead a little bit in this game. Tennessee wins. I didn't watch any of it.
Me either. I can't watch Derrick Henry.
They still suck. I'm rooting for them. Or I'm like the opposite of rooting for them. I want them to lose every game. Yeah. Cleveland, LA Chargers. This game was wild. Chargers ended up winning like 47-42. Very high-scoring game. Chicago, Las Vegas Raiders. The Bears kind of just like dominated the Raiders in Las Vegas. I mean, like, they were up like the whole game. Raiders looked bad. So the Bears, maybe they're actually kind of decent. Justin Fields had a decent game. He threw his first touchdown, I think, in this game, which is kind of weird.
His first?
Yeah, because he didn't throw one against the Lions. I think he ran for one, but I think he threw his first because Montgomery went off against the Lions.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
San Francisco, Arizona. We both picked the upset. It didn't happen. Arizona wins. They're 5-0.
I don't know why we picked the upset.
I don't know either. I think
I would literally probably the rest of the year.
Who got hurt? No, I don't know if somebody. I thought somebody on the Niners got hurt, but I think I'm wrong.
As for the rest of the year, I probably won't pick against the Cardinals.
Yeah, they're just gonna go 17-0.
I wouldn't be surprised.
New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys won this game pretty handedly. Giants aren't very good.
Cowboys look good.
Saquon is hurt. Yeah, Cowboys do look good.
Cowboys look good.
Saquon, though, is out for, 4 weeks, 5 weeks?
With that freaking dude. He can't catch a break. I feel so bad for Giants fans, and I really do. Like, I usually wouldn't say that about any New York sports franchise. Like, I feel bad for Giants fans. You've had this this absolute stud of a football player.
Yeah, I mean, star,
on your team.
Second overall pick in the draft.
Saquon Barkley, who just can't stay healthy, and it's nothing he's doing.
One of the craziest, humans
ever
to ever play football.
Have you seen his thighs? They're huge.
The dude is an athlete. He is alpha.
I don't think there's any reason he couldn't play D-tackle for the New York Giants. He's that big.
Yeah. So, hopefully he can come back pretty soon. Sunday night, and Kadarius Toney, we got to talk about him. Broke out and then punched, who did he punch? Trayvon Diggs, or was it? I don't know. I don't think it was Trayvon Diggs.
No,
he punched somebody after he got pushed, gets ejected.
Dude
had a crazy breakout game. Had 10 catches for 189 yards or something.
Wasn't this the dude that came in the league and everybody's like, yeah, he's the new most hood dude in the league?
Maybe.
I think he's hood.
I mean, he looks like he's 30 years old.
Yeah, he does.
And he's like young boy.
He do look funny. He does look funny.
So he was the top waiver ad for us this week.
Mm-hmm.
Monday Night Football, Indianapolis, Baltimore. We talked a little bit about this game. Colts were pretty much dominating this game. I went to bed, wake up, Baltimore wins.
Yeah, I went to bed at halftime. Started playing 2K because it was so boring.
Because the Colts were just playing better than the Ravens. Straight up, they were just outplaying them.
And when the Colts
Taylor
play
had that
good,
long touchdown.
When the Colts play good, they are boring. They are extremely boring to watch.
Yeah.
And that game was
But
boring.
Lamar has the first time having over 400 passing yards in his career.
Balls out.
Had over 500 total yards. Really had a crazy game. And the Ravens ended up winning.
Yes.
So let's do our player of the week.
I really believe there's 2 options player of the week. You're wearing the one guy's jersey. I'm going to talk about the other guy.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson is my player of the week. Holy moly, talk about a comeback. I mean, I woke up and my whole Instagram, Twitter, my whole feed was just Lamar Jackson. Lamar. He's the GOAT. 442 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, only 62 rushing yards. Running back, who?
Yeah.
He did have 14 attempts, though. But Lamar looked absolutely unreal. Lamar is my player of the week.
Yeah, I didn't even consider it. Usually I'll write down 2 guys. This is the first week I didn't. Lamar is the player of the week. I mean, it's...
Herbert balled out.
But, like, this crazy comeback win for Lamar. Like you said, 442 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, got the win, over 500 total yards. Did have a fumble, but no interceptions. I mean, he's proving all the haters wrong.
I mean, kind of.
I mean, I think so. At least as far as the running back haters. Like,
in this game he did. But remember the Lions game?
Yeah, I mean, but that was like the whole
Sammy Watkins' fault.
That was like, I mean, there was no Marquise Brown. I mean, they could have won that game by like 40.
Right. You're right.
But Lamar has just been dominating this year, and he really showed it again last night. So let's do it. Let's hop into weekly picks, week 6.
Weekly picks, it's the weekly picks. It's the high tempo weekly NFL picks.
Week 6 NFL picks. We have 4 primetime games once again this week, as there is another London game. We also have the first week of buys. We have the New Orleans Saints, the Atlanta Falcons, the San Francisco 49ers, and the New York Jets all on bye. I have like so many guys in fantasy on bye.
I have Pitts and Ridley. Granted, I've got Dalton Schultz, the GOAT, on my bench to play tight end, but like, I don't know. I guess in all reality, Dalton's like the 5th best tight end, and Pitts is like 12th or 13th or something like that.
Schultz has been really good.
So like, I don't know, but Ridley, that's scary. I have to start LaVisca Chenault.
I have Kamara, Ridley, and Cordero Patterson on bye. Probably my top 3 players on my team this year.
Yeah.
Other than Mike Williams probably is in there. But 3 of my best guys are on bye. I also have Ayuk on bye, but
you have so many teams. I don't even know what team you're talking about.
That's my regular. It's my regular team.
Oh,
I don't have any buys in my other 2 leagues, so I'm chilling. But yeah, it kind of sucks for that week. But let's start it off. Thursday Night Football. We have the 4-1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the 2-3 Philadelphia Eagles.
Go Bucks. Tom Brady's the GOAT.
Yeah, go Bucks. They're not going to lose to Philly.
Not going to.
Like, I'd bet $50 on it.
We might as well get Parker. Get Parker to bet it for us.
London game this week. Just the NFL just doing a fantastic job.
Showing them the best football.
Picking the best games for London. What game should we put on while everybody's asleep?
Yeah.
Let's put on the shittiest game. The 1-4 Miami Dolphins at the 0-5 Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, we're trying to make football global. Let's show the entire world the shittiest football teams we have to offer.
Let's show the British these 2 of the worst teams in the league.
Let's not show them Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady. Let's show them who starts for Miami?
Jacoby Brissett.
I thought he got hurt.
Well, Tua might be back though. Wait, did Brissett got hurt?
I think Brissett was hurt.
I don't know who their other guy is then.
And then Trevor Lawrence, who's like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
but he's not Lamar.
Yeah, let's show them Urban Meyer. Yeah,
yeah.
Great guy to show. Go Miami, dude. I hate Jacksonville.
Oh, dude, go Jacksonville.
I was gonna pick Jacksonville to get their first win.
I hate Miami.
But I've picked Jacksonville to get their first win like 3 times already this year, and it hasn't happened. So no thank you.
Jacksonville's getting their first one.
All right, that could be a tiebreaker then. That is a prime time.
Could be.
Next, we have the 2-3 Kansas City Chiefs taking on the 2-3 Washington football team.
2-3 Kansas City. Say what? No way they go 2-4. They're winning.
No way. Go Chiefs. Next, we have the 4-1 LA Rams against the 1-4 New York Giants.
I don't know if I'll pick against the Rams all year. Like, I really don't think I will. Go Rams.
Yeah, go Rams here. Giants, they haven't looked bad in their losses. I mean, at least all their losses have been close.
They don't have Saquon.
But this one's going to be tough, yeah.
Yeah.
Next, we have the 1-4 Houston Texans taking on the 1-4 Indianapolis Colts.
Listen, don't let Houston get hot. Go Indianapolis. They got to bounce back.
I don't think you'd have to worry about Houston getting hot.
Hey.
Indianapolis had a tough schedule so far this year. They get a nice gimme game here. I'm going with the Colts. Next, we have the 3-2 Cincinnati Bengals taking on your very own 0-5 Detroit Lions.
This is contradictory. There's a lot going on in this game.
This is your favorite team against your favorite team of weekly picks.
Yeah, dude. The thing is, I'm never watching Bengals football. For everybody that wonders, like, why does this dude pick the Bengals? Like, I'm not a Bengals fan. I don't watch them. I like Joe Burrow.
He just picks them every week.
Go Lions. I am not picking the Bengals.
Yeah, I honestly, I truly do believe the Lions can win this game. I am picking the Lions. I still am going to pick them until they get a win. But I really do think they can get a win this week. I truly do believe that this is a winnable game for them. Am I going to be pissed if they lose? No, I don't really care that much. But
I will be pissed if Jamar Chase goes off. I traded that guy.
Yeah, I actually just traded him too. But I got Devontae Adams. So.
I got D-Hop.
Oh, I got Mixon too, so I need Mixon to go off. Frank Ragnow's done for the year too, which sucks.
Sad. That actually hurts. That's pretty tough.
They might. I figured they were going to shut him down though, because he was out for like 4 weeks anyways. By the time he comes back, it's like we're already going to be 0-10.
Yeah, he might as well.
Might as well just sit down.
I got to order my Jamal Williams jersey soon.
Yeah. I got to get a jersey before the Steelers game too.
Like tonight.
I don't know what jersey I'm going to get still. I still don't know. Next, we have the 4-1 Green Bay Packers taking on the 3-2 Chicago Bears.
Man, do I hate this game. Am I not excited to not? I probably will watch this game. I have Aaron Rodgers. You have Devontae Adams. We're probably going to be together. Is that Park?
Yeah.
Damn near should answer. One of these times we will answer your call, Park.
He don't listen, though, so.
No, he doesn't. I'm going with Green Bay in this game, even though it hurts.
I hope Parker does listen so he can just hear us say that. Parker, if you listen to our podcast, I promise you I will answer your call next time.
Yeah, bring me an
That's why I'm not answering your call right now.
Yeah, and you can prove it to us by bringing us an apple one day. And that's how we know that you
Or you
watch
could just say, why didn't you answer my call? I heard you talking about us on the podcast.
What's more fun, apples or him talking?
I guess so. What game are we doing?
Charlotte. Or we
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Not
I've
even
got CHA. I've got Chargers. But we're doing Green Bay.
I didn't even say Green Bay.
I know.
Yeah, this game sucks. Like, why do we even have to pick a winner in this game? I'm picking the Bears, but these are actually my two least favorite teams in the NFL. I'm picking the Bears, but hopefully it ends in a tie. I should predict a tie. Is that like
illegal?
Is that allowed?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Should I? No, that's dumb. That's not.
I mean, it's pretty dumb. Yeah.
That's probably why you want me to do it. Yeah, I'm picking the Bears.
Pick a tie.
Next, we have the game of the week. What a big game this is. The 4-1 LA Chargers against the 4-1 Baltimore Ravens.
I've bet against the Chargers quite a bit this year. I'm kind of waiting for the fall off, but I'm not going to bet against them here. I'll let the fall off happen before I try to predict it. Go Chargers.
I also picked the Chargers in this game. Both teams' offenses have looked really good this year. I really don't have a reason why I'm picking the Chargers. I just did. Wearing the Herbert jersey.
Yes, sir.
2-3 Minnesota Vikings taking on the 3-2 Carolina Panthers.
I'm going with Carolina in this game. I've liked the Vikings all year, and they've let me down all year. I do have Dalvin Cook, but Carolina looks damn straight. Like, they look good.
Yeah, they choked last week, though.
Yeah, but every game, it's like, whoa, they look pretty good. And Sam Darnold he's the man.
McCaffrey's back, too, I think. Yeah, he was supposed to play last week, and he just didn't.
Yeah,
so.
he was like questionable, then doubtful, and then out.
I'm going with Minnesota this game, though. They've been a pretty good 2-3 team so far this year. Who did you pick in Green Bay, Chicago, by the way? I don't even think.
Green Bay.
Oh, okay. Next, we have the 5-0 Arizona Cardinals taking on the 3-2 Cleveland Browns.
Like I said, I will probably never pick against the Cardinals again, except for this week. Go Cleveland.
I picked against them to lose last week, and they didn't, so I figured that deserves for me to pick them this week. I'm going with the Cardinals here.
And this seems like one of them games that Baker Mayfield wins and like celebrates crazily.
I mean, they played against a good Chargers team last week, and it was a really good game. So next we have the 3-2 Las Vegas Raiders taking on the 3-2 Denver Broncos.
I picked the Denver Broncos in this game. No reason. I don't like either one of these teams. I don't pay attention.
I picked the Denver Broncos here. The Raiders got a lot going on.
Facts. I don't
think they're going to win. At least, I really don't see them winning this week.
Either.
Going Broncos. Next, we have the 4-1 Dallas Cowboys taking on the 2-3 New England Patriots.
Hate picking them, but they look damn good. Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm going Cowboys too. The Patriots really aren't that good. Cowboys have looked good.
Yeah, look really good.
Going Cowboys. Sunday Night Football, we have the 2-3 Seattle Seahawks taking on the 2-3 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Going to Seahawks in this game. Seahawks look good. Pittsburgh never does. Seattle sometimes does.
Yeah, I'm going Seattle in this one, too. Russell Wilson, though, is out. So that was the other injury that we forgot to talk about.
I should take that back. Pittsburgh did look good in week 1.
Yeah, they looked good last week, too. I mean, they beat the Broncos pretty handedly. I'm going with Seattle, though, too. Geno Smith. I'm putting my faith in Geno. So
98 yards and a tutter.
Go Seahawks. Monday Night Football, we had the 4-1 Buffalo Bills taking on the 3-2 Tennessee Titans.
What a crazy game. A.J. Brown has not had a good game all year. He's been pulling like 6 targets a game. Like, you got to start feeding A.J. Brown a little bit more. I get you have Derrick Henry. Like, I understand. But it's A.J. Brown and Julio Jones on your. I mean, Julio Jones has been hurt for a minute. But go Buffalo in this game. I won't pick the Titans until they figure out a way to have a more balanced offense. And they're playing one of the best defenses in the league.
And their defense sucks.
Yeah, they're playing one of the toughest defenses in the league this year, too, or this week.
I went with the Bills as well. They, honestly, if we did another NFL power ranking, I'd probably put them over Arizona. They've looked really, really good.
That's wild.
I know, it is kind of wild, but thank God we're not doing one, right?
Yeah.
Bills, though. Yeah,
thank
for sure.
God
Bills.
we're not doing one.
All right, let's do it. Top 5 NFL MVP candidates right now.
5-1.
The MVP race. 5-1, except I do have 2 honorable mentions.
Yep.
I think that there is like 7 guys that are, I mean,
Me too.
There's more than
I've got
7,
2 honorable mentions.
But I have 2 big-time honorable mentions that really hurt to leave off this list, and that is Dak Prescott and Matthew Stafford is not on my top 5, which really, really stings.
Yeah, and my 2 guys, I've got Lamar Jackson. I don't have him on my list. And then Matt Stafford is my other one. I wish I could have Matt Stafford on the list.
Okay.
Lamar has had like 1 good week. Like 2.
I mean, he's been pretty good.
He's been pretty decent. He's not like these other guys.
He's been pretty decent. Okay, yeah.
As I say, he's an honorable mention.
Right.
He's the top 7 player in the league, though. Or top 7 MVP race, no doubt.
All right, let's get it. Number 5.
My number 5, Dak Prescott, the guy you left off. Dak has been balling this year, and the Cowboys look damn good. And also, by the way, I didn't base this off like who's been playing the best right now. It's also like a little bit of like predicting who's going to end with the most wins.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like,
I'm mainly going off of right now.
I'm like, you might want to throw that in the TikTok so I don't get absolutely flamed. Like I am also predicting who has the most wins by the end of the year. Like who's going to win the MVP. That's my pick.
Okay.
Dak is number 5.
All right. My number 5 is Tom Brady. Brady has been balling.
That makes our list way different. Yeah.
Brady has been balling so far this year. He's leads the league in passing yards, 16 touchdowns, only 2 picks. Doesn't really bring like the rushing element that my other 4 guys have, but he's been absolutely going off this year, and he will be on this list all year.
All year,
because we'll do this list a few times throughout the year. Brady is going to be on it all year.
Yep. And Sam with the guy I have after Dak, Josh Allen is number 4, and he is crazy. I mean, he started off the year slow, and that's the only reason he's at 4. If he starts off the year like his last 2 games, holy shit. Is he number 1 by a long shot? But Josh Allen, number 4.
Josh Allen is also my number 4. He's been really good this year. He's number 9 in passing yards so far, 14 touchdowns, only 2 picks. But he's had a couple like big time weeks, and he's just looked really good. I mean, he really has just the whole year. And yeah, they had a couple games where they played against really bad defenses, so he obviously is going to go off. But last week, I mean, the Chiefs are also a really bad defense, but that's just a big game, though, in general.
Yeah, absolutely.
In Arrowhead, too.
Big moment.
Josh Allen has been balling this year. He's another guy that is probably going to be on this list all year.
My number 3, former reigning offensive rookie of the year, Justin Herbert, at number 3. He has been balling.
So
last
the
week, he was
former
crazy.
reigning.
It's both. He's both.
Well, but if you say he's the former reigning,
that means 2 years removed.
2 years ago. Yeah.
You're right. He's the reigning offensive rookie. No, you're right. Offensive rookie of the year, Justin Herbert, number 3.
My number 3 is Lamar Jackson. Lamar has been unreal this year. Did you know Lamar Jackson is top 5 in passing yards over Josh Allen, over Kyler Murray? Those are only the 2 guys I have written down, but yeah, Lamar is number 5 in passing yards this year, which is something that he is really.
I guess I didn't realize that.
He really has never been that. Obviously, we're only 5 weeks into the year. He's also 8th in the entire league in rushing yards as well, which is pretty unreal. He has 341 passing or rushing yards, 10 total touchdowns. He does fumble a good amount. He has 3 fumbles. He probably should have had 4 last night.
How many picks does he have?
Only 3. Pretty much every guy on this list has 3 picks,
except for Brady.
Yeah. And Josh Allen, like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, only 3 picks. But he has the 3 fumbles. He probably should have had a 4th one last night. Did you see that play? Yeah, where he got punched out, but he was just down. Lamar, though, has been really good this year. I mean, to be top 10 in rushing and passing is very impressive. And he's leading his team right now to be 4-1. So I got him at number 3.
Very good. My number 2, and this is where I have Tom Brady to go. Tom, like you said, 16 touchdowns, leads the league in passing, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Do you know how old this guy is? Old. It's like the main
30?
It's like the main topic of conversation when we talk about Tom.
It's funny, too, because every guy on this list that we've said
is young as
other
shit.
than Stafford. I mean, he's not on the list, but is like young. Yeah, like
super
like
young.
a young quarterback.
And then there's just Tom, the ancient guy who, like, I don't even know if Lamar Jackson was born when Tom Brady got his first NFL, like when he got drafted.
I don't know.
Absolutely. I guess Justin Herbert would be a better guy to say. But Tom is nuts. He's my number 2.
My number 2 is Justin Herbert. Herbert had a crazy week last week. He's right now is 4th in the league in passing yards, has 14 touchdowns. But when I say these touchdowns, by the way, it's total touchdowns, not just passing. But 3 picks, has been playing very well. He's a guy that definitely could fall out of this race at some point. But he's just had a very spectacular start to the year, and another guy that is leading his team to a very good record right now. As you notice a theme, all of these guys are either 4-1 or we are getting to the 5-0.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 1, it's Kyler Murray. The dude is unreal. He has one knock in his whole game. That's that he's a little reckless with the football. Throws into a lot of double coverage and triple coverage. That allows him to make MVP-type plays a lot. Kyler Murray is unreal. His feet are so active. His arm is nuts. I mean, he's so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's got to be the most fun quarterback to watch in the NFL.
Him or Lamar.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
Or like Mahomes.
I would rather watch Kyler than Mahomes.
I mean, yeah, it's fair.
But obviously. Lamar is close.
Yeah. My number 1 is also Kyler Murray. He's 6th in the league in passing yards, 13 touchdowns, 4 picks. He actually doesn't have a crazy amount of rushing yards this year. He only has 110 rushing yards. He's not top 25, and I only saw the first page, so he's below 25th in rushing. But he's the quarterback of the team that's 5-0 right now, and he's been very good this year, and he will be on this list as long as the Cardinals are still one of the top teams.
Yeah, and this doesn't affect where he is on my list, but remember, this is the same guy that almost went and played baseball. Like, that is crazy how athletic this guy is. Nuts.
Got picked in the top 8. I think he was the 7th pick. Or no, maybe he was the 9th pick in baseball, but in the top 10 in baseball and football.
Wild.
Sure, yeah.
I guess I'll pick.
Yeah, I guess I'll go
rock, paper, scissors, flip a coin. We'll find a way.
I wish. All right, let's do this topic that I am really excited to do, and that is our top 10 breakout players for this upcoming season / like top 10 most improved player.
Like the guy who's going to win it. Basically.
Yeah, pretty much just our top 10 most improved player candidates.
Yep.
I have a ton of honorable mentions that I just want to say.
Go for
because
it.
our list can
I don't really have any.
Our list could be way different.
Yeah.
So my guys on my honorable mentions list, because I just wrote down literally just like guys who I think could do it, and then I just ranked them off of that. So guys who missed my list that I thought would make the list: Terrence Mann, Tyrese Maxey, Sadiq Bey, Gary Trent Jr., DeAndre Hunter, Anthony Edwards, DeAndre Ayton, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Wendell Carter Jr. I didn't put any second-year guys. I was thinking about it, but I figured if I put one, then I would put like 3 or 4. So I just decided I'm not going to do any. But if you do, I understand. Like Maxey, he's going to have a huge role, way bigger role next year. Sadiq is probably going to put up crazier numbers, so he has a chance. But I didn't include any of those guys.
I didn't include Sadiq based off the fact that he had such a good rookie year. And I feel like his improvement's only going to be 5 points a game.
His just numbers aren't really, because he didn't really have such a good rookie year until like 30 games into the year. So he only averaged like 10 points a game last year.
Yeah, but I don't see him
take off
jumping
my
up
jersey.
to like 18 or 19. Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until it's...
Yeah, so he's got a special shirt on that reveals the player he's got. I think I know the player. I'm really not sure, though.
How do you not know? It's a clear color.
Yeah.
Just don't think about it.
Don't think about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, let's just hop into it.
Number 10. This is where I have Nickeil Alexander-Walker. This dude is a baller. He is a scorer. And without Lonzo there, the role is now his. He is the starting point guard. He averaged like 21 a game or 19 a game when he started last year. And he only started like 22 games total. But this dude is a walking bucket. And he has serious ability to just take a huge jump in his game this year.
Yeah, he definitely is going to have a lot more minutes.
Mm-hmm.
My number 10 is kind of a surprising one because he is older than every guy on this list. Spencer Dinwiddie. I think Spencer Dinwiddie is, especially for most improved player. Last year, he only played in 3 games because obviously he, tore his Achilles or tore his ACL. But he was pretty bad in those 3 games. Only averaged 6.5 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. The year prior to that, though, he had a really good year, averaged 20.5 points per game. He's going to have such a bigger role in Washington this year. I obviously he's coming off of an injury, so he could just be average. But I wanted to include him in this list, even though he's a lot different than every other player. So Spencer Dinwiddie, number 10.
Yeah, and I like that. It's an interesting pick. I doubt he'll win it just because
that's why he's number 10.
Hasn't he already won the award?
No.
Was he close?
He might have been close when 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But Dinwiddie, he's never been a starter really. He was a starter when Kyrie got hurt first year in Brooklyn. That's pretty much it. So he has a chance to have a really good year this year.
My number 9. This isn't the only Piston I find on the list, and that's Beef Stew. This dude is a monster.
I didn't even think about Beef Stew.
I thought of Beef Stew before I thought of Sadiq. Beef Stew is now being tossed in a starting center role this year, hopefully. That's what it looks like. And I am thinking he's going to unleash this year. Cade Cunningham and Killian Hayes. He's going to be catching lobs. He's going to be sitting next to Jeremy Grant, who's getting buckets. Oh, man, I'm excited to watch Beef Stew play this year.
Just depends on how much Olynyk plays the 5, which he is going to play a lot of the 5. But we'll see. He's still going to have definitely an improved year. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I'm going to put Beef Stew into TikTok and see if the comments understand. If they don't pass the vibe check.
Facts. If you don't
if someone, the first comment that says, who's Beef Stew?
We'll comment, unfollow us.
All of us will go, we'll just go at that person.
Unfollow us. Yeah. Dude, there are Pistons fans in our comments.
I saw one that was Cade and Killian for in the top 10 or something.
And it was 7 Pistons players. Yeah. They listed off 7 dudes, and 4 of them were Pistons.
I like it.
And it was you realized, yes.
Keep that. We need more of you.
We are Pistons
Bring
fans.
Your friends.
Yeah, facts.
My number 9 is Jordan Poole of the Golden State Warriors.
Poole, I didn't even think about Jordan Poole, and he's going to be go on.
Yeah, exactly. Go on. Jordan Poole's going to be a bucket this year. I don't know if you've been watching preseason at all, especially last night. I haven't been watching, but I just been
haven't watched a minute of preseason.
I actually have watched a minute of preseason. But I've been watching obviously clips on Instagram, and I watched the Warriors-Lakers highlights from last night. Jordan Poole, man, he's looking nice. Last year, the reason why I think he's on this list is because last year, he only averaged 12 points per game, about 2 rebounds, 2 assists, shot 43% from the field, but only played 19.5 minutes a game last year. I think he really is going to be the 6th man for them this year, him or Kuminga, I guess, one of their rookies. But I think Poole really has a chance, especially with Klay Thompson being out to start the year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jordan Poole, I was thinking about picking him for 6th man of the year, but I don't know how he's probably going to start the year at the 2. So
a few games.
He really can't because Klay's going to be out till Christmas, I think they said. So
why? He's still recovering?
They said they didn't plan on starting him until in December. So Poole's going to at least start for the first month or 2 of the year. He really has a chance to average 16, 17, maybe 18 points per game this year.
People are saying he's going to explode this year.
I'm excited. I actually like Jordan Poole's game a lot. When he got picked by the Warriors 2 years ago in the first round, I was really surprised because I was just shocked that he went in the first round. He wasn't supposed to, but he's grown a lot so far, and I can't wait to see what he does next year.
He was the guy at Michigan where I was watching him. It was he doesn't belong in college basketball. He plays like he's an NBA player already, and it just doesn't. Sometimes it translates extremely well. Other times it doesn't. I think Poole's a clear cut. Obviously, he was really good in college, but I think he's going to be way better in the NBA than he ever was in college.
Oh, yeah. He only played – he hit the shot, but he only played 2 years.
He
only played 1 year, right? Wasn't that his only –
2.
Did he play 2?
He played 2
Yeah,
years.
he did play 2. You're right.
You just knew he had an NBA play style. You saw in the way he was shifty. Michigan produces the best 2 guards out of any college in basketball. Jamal Crawford, Jordan Poole, Tim Hardaway. No. Or Duke. You can throw in any of those big blues. North Carolina. Nah, we might. But
anyways, number 8.
This is where I have DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter is going to come out and be one of the best defensive wings in the league. And his points per game, I assume, is only going to rise this year. I'm really excited to watch the Hawks play basketball this year. Really excited.
I wanted to put Hunter on my list. He was obviously I included in my honorable mentions, but he just missed it pretty much. Another thing with that team is with Cam Reddish too. How much are they going to get both of those guys involved? I just would absolutely love if the Pistons could somehow get Cam Reddish.
Me too.
I mean, the Hawks, at some point, they're going to have to trade one of Herter, Reddish, or Hunter. Because they're going to have to pay all three of them, which they can't do. So one of them's got to go at some point. Because they also have Bogdanovich, too. So I would love if the Pistons could get Cam Reddish. But I don't know what Atlanta's like trying to get in return. They don't need more players. Unless they want Olynyk. I mean, Olynyk is just a better version of Gallinari, honestly, right now.
Listen, you give us Trae Young, Clint Capella, and John Collins, and we'll give you Jeremy Grant. Straight up.
I don't know. I don't know if we're getting enough value.
Don't know.
My number 8 is Kevin Porter Jr. Last year, he averaged 16.5 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Really kind of blossomed last year. But this year, he's going to have the starting point guard role all year. John Wall's not going to play for Houston. Whether they buy him out or just sit him, they've already made it clear he won't play. Kevin Porter Jr. is going to be running that offense, and he's going to have the ball in his hands most of the time. Obviously, Jalen Green has been added into that offense. I think that just allows Kevin Porter Jr. to get more assists.
Yeah, I think Kevin Porter Jr. is going to ball out.
I mean, he could
year.
really average like 20. He could average 21 points per game and like 7-8 assists.
Yeah, absolutely.
He definitely has the potential to do that. So I got him at number 8.
My number 7. This is one of my favorite players coming out of college basketball. I remember watching him at Gonzaga, Rui Hachimura.
I forgot about Rui.
I loved watching Rui in college. This dude's going to be a much better scorer this year.
You always hate on me and Barry Hill for talking about Rui Hachimura, though.
Yeah, you guys say, what do you guys say?
The GOAT.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we always say.
Dude, that did piss me off. I never got that. Never got that
I don't know why
joke.
we started doing that. I forget. I'm going to have to ask him about it.
But I love watching Rui play. He's one of the best defenders in the league. Not one of the best defenders in the league. Working towards becoming one of the best defenders in the league. And this season, he's going to take a huge jump, I hope, and I expect.
Yeah, I like Rui a lot. I wish I would have put him on here. I honestly didn't even think about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a lot of like third-year players.
Yeah, it's mainly third-year players. Guys who haven't quite like blossomed.
I actually, at my next one, I have a guy who is a little bit older on this list too. Number 7, another Michigan Wolverine, unfortunately. Karis Levert is my number 7. I think in Indiana this year, he really has a chance to be the leading scorer on that team. And I think he could go off. Last year with Brooklyn, before he got cancer, was going off. He was going off for the Nets. And then obviously he has the horrible tumor situation. Ends up, I mean, we didn't know what was going on with
Dude,
Karis
it's
Levert.
not funny, but you are saying it in the worst way possible.
I mean, no,
dude.
I'm just saying, like, that is so, like, the way I said that is, like, how unfortunate is that? He's having a good season and then gets cancer.
Dude, it's not funny. Like,
I know it's not funny. I know it's not funny.
I'm saying this to all of our viewers. We're not laughing because it's funny, 'cause it's not. But it's just,
I guess I worded that weirdly.
it was just like a big shocker to me. I didn't expect it at all.
I mean, seriously, though, that's just, he came back and was even better.
Yeah,
after
he was
that,
balling.
which is wild.
Just came out of left field.
He is one that is hard to put on here, though, because his numbers are nice from last year. He averaged 20 points per game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 44% from the field. I mean, he had a really good year, but I do think he has that potential to get up to that 25 points per game type of scoring. Why are you still laughing? It's not funny.
I was just so caught off guard, dude. I was just like, whoa, did not expect that to be thrown in there.
Yeah, that was a little uncalled for.
Shit was hilarious.
But yeah,
The way you
Karis
said
Levert, number 7. I think that he could be, he's one of those guys that could be most improved from going from that good player level to all-star caliber type player, like how Brandon Ingram did 2 years ago.
Like how
Pascal
VO
Siakam,
did in
Victor
Indiana.
Oladipo. Yeah, like guys like that. This isn't really like a young player really making that significant year jump. This is more of going from a good player to all-star caliber player.
Yep.
If Indiana's good, I think Karis Levert could, I'm not saying he's going to be an all-star. It'd be pretty wild. But he has a chance to really be in that conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. My number 6. One of my more likable younger guards for me. Like, I really like this guy. And that's Darius Garland. Undersized, absolute bucket. And this Cleveland offense is now wide open with Jared Allen in the middle. What I mean by that is now there's a serious lob threat in the middle for Darius Garland to throw to, and Colin Sexton even for that matter, however long he stays.
Yeah.
Cleveland. But I am really excited to watch Cleveland basketball this year, which I did not expect to say. But they should be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, they have a lot of really nice. I mean, their young core is
their starters
fun.
are nuts.
Yeah,
I mean that's a fun young core.
That's a team that really could be good. Like they have a really nice young core. Colin Sexton, if they decide to pay him, I mean, I have Garland on my list too. He is a little bit higher, but
You think Cleveland fans feel the same way about their roster that the Pistons do about our roster? I mean, they've got to like it.
Yeah, but they don't really have Cade, though, so.
Evan Mobley's pretty damn close.
They have a better younger core than we do.
Yeah, Sexton, Garland, Okoro, Mobley, and Allen.
Jared Allen, yeah.
That's crazy.
They definitely have a better younger core than us. But the Pistons are having.
Yeah, and the Pistons haven't blossomed.
We also have Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, next year we will probably.
They're like a year ahead of us.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Garland really is. Yeah, he's pretty good already.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was that? Number 6? My number 6 is R.J. Barrett of the New York Knicks.
And I thought about him. He was a guy I really wanted to put
I
on.
had Sadiq Bey on my list, and then I literally he just popped in my head. I was like, R.J. Barrett has to be on this list.
Yeah.
RJ last year averaged 17.5 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, shot 40% from 3 last year. And RJ Barrett is I think has that chance to go up to 22, 23 points per game this upcoming year. The Knicks are only going to be better this year. He's a pretty good defender. I don't think he'll shoot 40% from 3 again. That might have just been a wild thing he did. But RJ Barrett also is a pretty good defender too. Yeah. So I think this is his breakout year.
For the Knicks to be more successful in the playoffs, especially, he has to be better. If he is not better, the Knicks have no shot again in the playoffs.
Obviously Randall too, but
yeah,
I mean RJ's their second best guy.
If they're both
second
better,
best player right now,
who would be in front of him?
Kemba. Yeah, Kemba's better.
Probably.
But RJ could be the second best this year.
Easily could go up to second best this year. My number 5 is one of everybody's favorite young 3-and-D guys in the league, OG Anunoby. Easily could go out and win Defensive Player of the Year this year. Just throwing it out there.
Oh, whoa.
He is a monster. He probably will be all-defensive team this year.
He could be, yeah.
I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be. Forward, though, it's tough because all the big forwards get in. But OG Anunoby is an absolute baller. Expect him to absolutely break out and jump up to 20 points a game this season.
I actually also have OG Anunoby at number 5.
That's odd.
I know. It's like the first one that we have the same. OG, I mean, he could have won. I mean, not could have won Most Improved last year, but he was in the conversation. He went from 10 points per game to 16 last year, 5.5 rebounds, shot pretty much 40% from 3, 39.8. So I'm giving it to him. And really, he's becoming a lot more of a all-around player rather than just all right, well, you can guard the best guy out there and then stand in the corner and shoot threes. Because early in his career, he was a very raw player. I remember in that series before they got Kawhi. I remember when LeBron hit that floater at the buzzer in the playoffs in Cleveland. That was on OG. Yep. And then when Kawhi came, OG really didn't play at all, especially in the playoffs. So it was how good is he really going to be? But he is really starting to break out, and he has done. He's a very good all-around player. He can
he's got a little handle now.
He can handle the ball. He's really good attacking the rim. He'll hit him with the Jason Tatum sidestep 3.
Facts.
OG has a chance to, no more Lowry. This Raptors team is open for somebody to become the top. Van Vliet obviously is still there, but OG, number 5.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's our first guy that we've had the same, right?
Yeah, it is.
Which is wild that we got through 4 players.
Yep.
5 players. Number 4, DeJounte Murray for the San Antonio Spurs. I expect to have a breakout year. San Antonio's his team. DeMar's gone. This could be the year where it's okay, now DeJounte Murray, not only one of the best defensive guards in the league, he's going to jump up and be one of the best offensive guards in the league. For the Spurs, that tier
I
of
get
guards.
what you're saying.
He's going to take that huge jump offensively. I definitely could see him winning Most Improved Player. However, the Spurs need to be kind of decent for Most Improved Player to win, which is the tough part.
So did you do your number 1 is pretty much who you're going to pick to win Most Improved Player?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty much what I did.
My number 1 is the guy who's going to win.
Oh.
I don't think there's... I really don't think... number 2 could win it, but I really think it's 1 and 2 and then everybody else.
Yeah, we'll see. It could be different.
Yeah.
So you had DeJounte at number 4.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like, what is going on?
My number 4 is Jaron Jackson Jr. of the Memphis Grizzlies. Jaron Jackson Jr., I think, is in a prime spot to win Most Improved Player, strictly because last year he wasn't good. So he's going to be improved. He only played in 11 games last year, was dealing with injury the whole year, only averaged 14.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, shot 28% from 3. Ugh.
I'm curious who I forgot on this list, I guess.
Do you have Jaron?
Yeah, he's on this list.
I think I know who you forgot based on who your number 4 was.
Okay.
But Jaron, the year prior, averaged 17 points per game. He was really good in his sophomore year. So I think with no Jonas Valanciunas this year, he's going to have a much bigger role, playing the 5 more. He shot really well from 3 in 2020 as well. If he can stay healthy, he is going to have a really good year. He was voted second in the GM survey to win breakout players or breakout player. He was second highest.
Yep.
So
my number 3. This is where I have Kevin Porter Jr. Talk about guys who have so much room to improve. This guy showed that he is a baller last season. The only reason I don't have many higher is because the Rockets won't be good enough for him to win the award. But I think actual player improvement, he might be the best. Like an actual pure player improvement. Kind of like Jeremy Grant. I guess Julius Randle was last year. But like, I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
I could see Kevin Porter Jr. just taking a massive jump this year and being a stud.
My number 3 is Darius Garland. You had him a little bit lower. I think Garland, he was the number 1 guy on the GM poll of guy who's going to have a breakout year. Garland he was really improved from year 2 to year 3. Last year, he averaged 17.5 points, 6 assists, shot 40% from 3, 45 from the field. And I think he has the potential to go 20 points, 8 assists next year, and the Cavs could be decent. I think Garland definitely has a higher ceiling than Colin Sexton does, where Sexton is a really good scorer, but I think Garland can be a much more all-around point guard. We'll see if Sexland comes to an end after this upcoming year, or they have a really good year together. But Garland, for sure, I would love to have him on my team. I mean, like, if Killian Hayes can become Darius Garland, they're not really the same, though. Killian, I don't think, is ever going to be a 17 points per game.
No, Killian don't have a strap like that.
15 might be his, like, max.
Yeah, he needs clamps.
Might be Ricky Rubio. I mean, that could be what he ends up being.
He just needs better defender than Ricky Rubio.
True, yeah. Yeah, because he could have clamps,
Killian has clamps.
He could be like DeJounte Murray.
Oh, dude, I think Killian has clamps.
So far, yeah. I mean, we'll see. I think I want to see him play this season too, because we haven't had a very, very big sample size.
Yeah. Think about the defensive backcourt that could be though of Killian and Cade. That's tough.
And Beef Stew at the rim.
That's scary. Jeremy Grant and Sadiq, 5 defenders.
We were a pretty good defensive team last year. I mean,
we were going to be the same
top
way.
half of the league, I think. We were just really bad.
Kelly Olynyk tries really hard on defense.
Yeah, he just
is slow.
Olynyk low-key, I think, is actually going to, like...
he'll be good.
I think Olynyk could literally average... He could be 6th man of the year if he comes off the bench. I mean, he's probably going to average, like, 18, probably 7 rebounds. He gets assists, too. He'll get, like,
he's a baller.
He'll get, like, 4 or 5 assists. He could win 6th man of the year.
As much as I hate Kelly Olynyk, I'm having a little bit of fun with him on my team.
I'm starting to like Kelly Olynyk.
I'm having a little bit of fun with him on my
team. As soon as he starts to play bad or take minutes away from Beef Stew...
We're done.
Nope.
We're done.
Just like Corey Joseph.
I
low-key like Corey Joseph.
Yeah, facts. We low-key like every player in the Pistons except for Rodney
Magruder. Have our moments. Yeah, I don't like Magruder.
I do not. You can't convince me. Number 2. This is when I said number 1 and 2, everybody else, so I must be forgetting a guy. Jaron Jackson Jr. is my number 2. This dude, what did he average last year?
11 or no 14.5 and 5.5.
Dude could easily jump up to 20 this year playing next to Ja Morant. They could become one of the best big guard duos in the league already.
He just has to stay healthy.
Just got to stay healthy. I'm super excited to watch that Grizzlies team this year.
My number 2, I don't know who I want to put 1 and 2 because I wrote him down and then I wrote arrows next to him and I was like I'm gonna figure this out once we do it. I kind of don't want to have the same number 1 as you, so maybe I should do it.
And you know who my number 1 is?
Yes.
Did you look?
No, but it's kind of obvious who it is.
Stinky.
I swear I didn't look. Okay, I'll do it differently then. Just so we don't have the same most improved player. My number 2 is Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr.
I forgot about him. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
I was like, whoa. Obviously, I know he's your number 1.
Yeah.
But Michael Porter Jr. Is in such a scenario to go off next year. Averaged 19.5 points per game last year, 7 rebounds. Dude is efficient as hell. 54% from the field and 44.5% from 3.
The dude is 6'10".
Yeah.
6'11".
And he has a chance to average 25 next year. No Jamal Murray for at least the first half of the year, so he's going to be the number 2 guy. He's probably going to... he might lead the team in points. Jokic did average.
He will.
I mean, Jokic did average 26 a game last year.
Dude, Porter Jr. is a bucket.
Yeah, I know. And I'm really excited to see Michael Porter Jr. this year. I moved him to number 2 so we can have different guys for the episode on Friday because you did forget about this other guy.
Yeah, number 1 is Michael Porter Jr. for man. I'm really curious who I forgot.
Number 1 is Keldon Johnson of the San Antonio Spurs.
Damn.
As soon as
just
you said,
won a ring.
As soon as you said DeJounte Murray, that's why I was like, okay, he probably don't even have Keldon Johnson. It'd be wild to have 2 Spurs this high. But Keldon Johnson, I think I pick him because he is going to be a guy that does improve. I mean, he averaged 13 points per game last year. Improves like a lot.
Yeah. Takes that huge
numbers
jump.
Wise.
Yeah.
He averaged 13 points per game, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, shot 48% from the field, 33% from 3. Only played 28 minutes a game. He's going to play 34 minutes a night next year, and he might be the number one option. I mean, this team is wide open. It could be DeJounte Murray. It could be Keldon Johnson.
Could become a duo.
He also played on Team USA. Obviously that's something that a lot of people kind of forget about, I guess. Like he played with the best players in the world. It's huge. I mean,
people value that a lot. Like an NBA GM.
And they played world.
They love it.
He played against,
world-class
in Euro basketball, which is a lot different than the NBA. He's a pretty good defender. But I think he has potential to go from 13 points to 18 or 19. 8 rebounds, maybe 3 or 4 assists. I think Keldon Johnson is going to win Most Improved Player.
Yep, absolutely. Make sure you put an asterisk and somewhere in TikTok he forgot Keldon Johnson.
Well, I mean, you have DeJounte Murray. It's obviously
Facts.
Pretty obvious.
It's one of those two dudes.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you can put both.
No, you
can't have two dudes from the same team. I don't think. Unless I mean,
low key though, they could both average 20. That's only 40 points a game.
Yeah, they could.
Out of 100 points.
But DeJounte Murray probably averaged 18 last year. So
he did. Yeah, he did. 18, but he's gonna be involved.
I think he is
so
too.
Excited.
That's why I didn't put him on here strictly because I had Keldon Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's pretty much it though.
Yeah, Park is blowing up your phone.
He just texted me once. It just popped up twice.
He needs us.
This is a longer podcast. We'll see you on whatever day we do our
Sunday was when it'll be.
Yeah, it'll be uploaded on Sunday predictions episode. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Peace.